Hello, 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 my lovelies. How are you? This is Faith. I just wanted to, first of all, wish everybody a very, very happy new year. 2019, I am declaring it, is going to be your year. It's going to be a year of ease and grace, of abundance, of flow. And I'm just claiming that for you. So if you're watching me live or you're watching this replay, just know that that's for you. I am sending you so much love, so much joy, and declaring 2019 is your year. So I wanted to quickly get on and just was thinking about what do we want to share for the beginning of the year, and sort of taking everybody back to, if you will, the basics of branding. So, hey Diana, thank you for being here. So appreciate you. Hey Christina, hey Gretchen, here. Oh my gosh, so many lovely people on. Welcome, welcome everyone. So let's talk about back to basics. And so I think the thing that I could give you the most value with is to tell you what it's sort of like the recipe for good branding, right? So there are 5 key things, and we call them the 5 C's of branding. And I'm going to go through them in short order. I'm actually going to be training on this at this month's Branding Over Lunch. So if you are local to the Treasure Coast and you want to come hear me train this live, it's 11:30 at Kyle G's, the third Tuesday of every month. We are physically live and in person, just sharing awesome branding magic. So we're going to talk about the 5 C's of branding. So number 1, if you have a pen and paper, take note. If you're live with me, you can just type it in the chat if you have questions about this. Clarity. Number 1, clarity. You must be clear about who you are and what it is that you are here to do. That is the first bit of work that needs to get done. If you're not clear on what you're doing, then it's just going to be a bit of a mosh pit. And all of my clients know I'm famous for saying, a confused mind takes no action. So if you're confused, if you're not clear about what it is that you're here to do, please trust and believe that your people will also be unclear and confused and nothing happens. And we know that we want to go right shooting out of the gate of 2019, being super clear about who we are and what's the value that we deliver in the marketplace for the people that we're here to serve in the industry within which we are operating. So be so super clear. Hey TJ, good to have you here. Hey Judy, so good to see you. Carrie, Corey, thank you for watching. So you want to be clear. You want to be clear on who you are and what you do. Be very clear. And a lot of times that's some of the most difficult work that needs to get done, because you have to get reflective. You have to get quiet with yourself. You have to really think about what makes me unique, different, and special. What do I do that nobody else does? And even if you understand that you are in a saturated market, because we are, I'm just telling you guys right now, 2019, there are going to be more people, more players, more wannabes, more wannapreneurs that we call them, coming into the marketplace. So it's so important that you have to be able to share with somebody who might be in the posture of looking for somebody to help them with what it is that you do. You have to be very clear on what you are here to do and how you do it. Gail, oh my gosh, I've been missing your face. Hey, beautiful. So that's number 1, is clarity. The second, and equally important, is credibility. I am so fired up about this credibility thing, because the one thing that I abhor, that I just completely detest and reject, is for people who are fake, who pretend to be something that they're not, and they misguide, mislead others who may be not in the knowing or may be naive, and take their money and run. We're rejecting that out of hand in 2019. So if you're looking for somebody to work with as a coach, as a mentor, as a success partner, whatever it might be, you want to make sure that you're checking that credibility meter. Do they have social proof for the work that they're doing? Are they just going out? There's a lot of kind of like flash, right? And pomp and circumstance that can happen on social media. And I'm just telling you right now that don't buy into that. I need you to check for the credibility. What is the proof? What is the social proof? What is the actual proof? I mean, I've had clients, I have one amazing client who just signed up for the VIP Brand Ambassador Program. I have never met this woman before in life. I still haven't met her face to face. But because I was able to put her in line with my clients and she was able to talk to me for several hours, over a long period of time, so I can demonstrate through social proof, through actual proof, through client proof, that what I say is exactly what I do, and that credibility is there. So you want to make sure that you have that credibility, not because you've decided to go into business in this particular area, that means people are going to give you their money. You have to be credible. You have to be credible. You have to be credible. Did I say you have to be credible? You got to be credible. Okay. The second is consistency. This right here is like the secret sauce. The consistency with which you show up. So I do this at Branding Over Lunch all the time. I always say to the attendees, go ahead and name for me name as many holistic, detergent brands, that you can name. And so sometimes where they're like 20, 30, 40 people strong, and I only attract awesome people. So awesome, intelligent people sitting in a room, and I say, give me the names, just rattle them off, holistic detergent brands. And I can promise you that with 20, 30, 40 people strong, we can only come up with 5 names. And it's not because people are daft. It's because when you think about the way the brain works, right? The things that are consistently in front of you are the things that you retain in your prefrontal cortex. That's just how the brain works. So you may think that you are doing a piece of content here this month, and then next month you do nothing, and then you come on with something else. That's not gonna cut it. You have to be consistent in how you show up, in the way that you show up, in the places that you show up. I use this other example. I said once to Gina, I said, because Gina's been with me for Branding Over Lunch since the beginning. I said, Gina, have you ever come to Branding Over Lunch and it was ever canceled? And she said, no. I said, have you ever come to Branding Over Lunch and I wasn't here? No. Consistency. People don't have to wonder. It's like, oh, is she going to do Branding Over Lunch this month? Is it going to be at Kyle G's? Is it 11:30? Nope. It is the third Tuesday of every month at 11:30 a.m. at Kyle G's. Come rain, come shine. So you want to make sure that you have the consistency. So anything from, one of the things I'm working on right now, which I'm going to share out as a free resource for you guys, is a content calendar. It's going to be specifically about branded stuff. Like, you hear me train about, going on a digital drive-by. So maybe every Wednesday, it's going to be your drive-by where you go and you do exactly what I train you to do in terms of what that is. So the consistency is so key. The constancy is exactly what that's constantly. So I use this example. How is it that water, which is this, formless nothing thing, right? In its most basic sense, you can't hold it. It's not tangible, if you know what I mean. But yet it can absolutely cut through granite. How is that? Because it's constantly flowing. It never stops. It never stops. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. So between the consistency of who you are and consistently showing up as one thing, not doing 3, 4, 5 20 different things every time somebody sees you, month after month, you're doing another different thing. In our coaching program, we call that, being the fox. You're like all over the show, like, oh, wait, look, there's a butterfly. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Oh, look, a rat. No, you're going to be consistently doing the thing that you're so good at doing, that you're expert at doing. And the constancy, hey, Jessica, welcome. Hey, Shweta. The thing that you are going to be talking about from a constancy standpoint is that it continues. It's always there. It's dependable. It's reliable. When you talk about your brand, it's a promise of value. Promise is the key thing that says whenever faith shows up, people know what to expect. There's never any mystery or any confusion. You want the same thing for your brand. Either this person is always the life of the party. They're fun. You want to make sure that at every single event, you want them at every fundraiser because they're always the one bidding everything up. Or this person's so like antisocial and they don't participate, so you never want them to come to your event. Whatever it is, the consistency is key. Constancy is key. And then content. I train my clients on branded content. It's not just content for the sake of content. The content that you create, the content that you share must reinforce and support your brand position. So what's your opinion? What's your point of view? What do you believe? I use this example at Branding Over Lunch all the time. If you're in the health and wellness space and you believe that every single child from the day that they're born should consume nothing but organics, then you would naturally expect that your posts, your videos, your LinkedIn articles, your blogs would continue to reinforce that point of view because people come to know, oh, that's Mary. She's the woman who always talks about, organics or bust. That's what your brand is known for. Not, 1 minute you're like, oh, it's all the rage, organics, everything. And then next month you're writing a post on, oh, McDonald's and Burger King are completely fine for a 2-year-old to eat. Just cut it up really, really small. That's not going to cut it. So the 5 things as we kick off 2019, as you start to think about what it is that you're going to be doing for your brand, make sure that you're evaluating your brand, you're efforting through these lens, that you're clear, you're very clear. Somebody can come to you and ask you what it is that you do, and you can articulate that with ease and grace, right? That you have clarity, you've got the consistency in terms of how you show up, that if you're in health and wellness today, that you're going to be in health and wellness tomorrow. That not today you're doing health and wellness and the next thing you're doing financial services and the next thing you're doing maternity stuff. It's really like, don't be lazy with your brand. Really get clear on what it is that you're good at. What is it that you're passionate about? This is the key, guys. A lot of people say follow your passions, and you have to, but it's more than that. The 3 interconnecting circles, think of a Venn diagram. These must be in place. You must have what you're passionate about, deeply passionate about, meaning you'll get up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning and it's raining to go do this thing. If you give me a list of things that you're willing to go do with that, it'll be very short and refined. Sometimes you just get lazy and go, oh, but I like this and I like that and I like this and I like that. I'm talking about deep, profound love. Then the thing that you're expert at, the thing that you're the best at, that you could absolutely say you are rock star on this thing in the second Venn diagram circle. And then the third is, can it fuel your economic engine? Can you actually make money from this? I always use Diana's quote on this. It's like, you might absolutely love knitting silk kitten booties. You're expert at it, but nobody's buying silk kitten booties. And so you want to make sure the thing that you're doing, not only do you love it, you've got to be great at it. As I was talking to one of my coaches today, and she was saying, it's not good enough to be good. You've got to be great. Are you great at this thing? And can you make a living at it? Then we've got constancy, we've got consistency, and we've got the content. So if you are looking for help this year with your brand, I want to just make a big, huge announcement. I haven't even finalized the details yet, but I'm going to be launching a group program, and it's going to be very different than what you have experienced for any group coaching program. You know that I always like to deliver the thing that I needed. So last year when I launched the VIP Brand Ambassador program, it was 24/7, unlimited, untethered, unbridled access to me. That program has since expired. Shout out to everybody who actually took me up on the offer to get grandfathered into that 2018 rate. But the rest of you, don't worry, I have a brand new coaching program, group coaching program that's coming on, that's going to really help set your brand on fire in 2019. So if that's you, I want to invite you to connect with me to get information on the program. Like I said, if you take action with me this year, you're going to have a coach, a guide, a support system like no other. I can put you in front of any of my clients. They will tell you word for word those things. So if that's you, you want to set your brand on fire, you want to do some really amazing things and have some results with what you're doing this year, so you actually stand out, get paid what you're worth, and people actually really want to have you around in their circle, then I want you to connect with me. You can email me at faith@faithjames.com, or you can go to my website, faithjames.com, or just message me. If you're seeing this on Instagram, DM me. If you're seeing it on Facebook Messenger, send me a message. I am so in the knowingness that I'm here to do this work, and I really just want to work with people who are serious, who really want to have this type of help, because it's not for every single person. But I invite you to connect with me if you feel like this resonates with you. So as I said before, if you're local, third Tuesday, January, we're going to kick off the year. Branding over lunch at Kyle G's. There's just no other place to be on Tuesday afternoon, morning. We go from 11:30 to about 1:30, and then of course we've got amazing things that happen after. So with that, sending you guys so much love. Connect with me if you have questions about the group coaching program that I'm launching. If you want to get on the wait list to be included for information when that goes out. And otherwise, just remember, build your brand well, because you are the CEO of you and you are your brand. Kisses and hugs. Mwah. Ciao.